Hey, and we are live. Welcome to another episode where we break down a show of Marvel shenanigans. This today we are breaking down Loki episode 3 and 4, trying to kind of catch up since we didn't do anything last week. I am James, aka Comics for Cheap. I got my co-host with me here, Justin, aka Comic Talks. And before we go any further, hit that like button, subscribe, all that usual stuff. And we are going to break it down, talk about speculation, talk about what happened in the episode. So, of course, a big spoiler warning to everyone. If you have not seen the episodes up to date, please go do so, and then you can return to see our discussion after that, because we don't want to spoil anything for you. I know we've been pushing them back, not doing them the same day, to try to avoid that as much as possible for you guys. And so we want you to enjoy the content and then discuss the content.
Yeah, so, and then talk shit with us.
Yeah, and then talk. So, Justin, what did you think of these episodes?
I loved it, man. I'm a huge, Marvel fan, so I'm always going to love everything they're shoveling down my throat. But, like, the Loki stuff is really cool because, I'm really into the whole variant aspect of it. And I feel like they're kind of switching it up now. So canon isn't really what we think it is anymore.
What do you mean by that?
Like, how people used to always worry, like, is S.H.I.E.L.D. canon? Is this canon? Is all this canon? Like, well, now, yes, all of it is going to be canon.
Yeah, we just got, speaking of, like, making stuff canon, like, Mobius with one brief statement made so much, like, relevant and coming into the MCU just by being we've picked up Titans and vampires, and, it was like, vampires? What?
Yeah, and I was just thinking, like, Baby Thanos, maybe they took Baby Thanos out and they're like, look, you're a bad Baby Thanos.
Yeah, the cosmic.
Like, you're a little bit worse.
Cosmic Ghost Rider, Baby Thanos.
Oh yeah. I was just thinking, like,
fucking shit up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's just like it was such a crazy line. They pretty much just confirmed either Morbius or Blade and all that stuff that's about to happen.
Because Morbius was always written as like a vampire, but not really a vampire.
Yeah, I feel like Morbius is going to be more like a... they're not going to really paint him as like a victim or a bad guy. They're just going to kind of leave him in his own kind of world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they might not even bring him into the MCU. They might kill him off.
Oh, you think so? You think they would kill Morbius that quickly without any interaction with Spider-Man or anything?
Well, he's one of the first people in their dark team, so probably not, but...
I was going to say, like, that would be silly to give him a whole movie and just kill him.
I could see them doing Vulture, him, Venom, like a dark kind of world team.
Right. That would be pretty cool.
Craven.
So let's just go ahead and break down this latest episode and kind of tie it in, because episode 3, while outstanding, it wasn't like we could break it down pretty quickly that they are on this apocalypse world of
Luminous. Luminate?
What is
Luminous?
No, it's like Lamentus. Lamentus one.
Yeah, it's Lamentus.
And there is the classic Loki shenanigans going down, but basically it ends with them failing to get off the planet. But I mean, at the end of it, I knew like something was going to happen where the TVA just shows up and snatches them at the last second, which is exactly how we opened.
Exactly.
This episode.
Yeah, which was nice.
We got a brief background into Lady Loki, which confirms that she is more Lady Loki than Enchantress.
Yes, she becomes Enchantress because she was arrested for being Lady Loki.
Mm-hmm. We saw her go through like pretty much the same exact procedures that Loki did at the beginning in episode 1. Where had to sign for everything that she said and go through the
but it was way creepier.
The melting thing. Yeah, they were just kind of shuffling her through, and then she steps on Renslayer's foot, who is a hunter at this point in time.
Yeah,
and she had not been promoted, whatever way that she was promoted. The easy way or the hard way.
Yeah, I wonder how they promote them.
She does a little,
I don't know about all that.
To move up the chain. Well, obviously she's fucking Kang to get to the top.
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying.
Everyone's like, what? I mean, who knows, man? Maybe she's a victim too. Maybe she's also a variant.
What's up, Matt?
That's
I mean,
like,
they're all variants. That was
yeah, but I mean,
confirmed.
like, maybe she's like also like in disbelief, or she just
Oh, that
knows enough.
she doesn't think that she's a variant.
Yeah, maybe she's the one who like changed the whole TVA. Maybe it used to be
Mm.
a little bit more harsh. Maybe
We
it used to
saw
bring
a
in kids a lot.
speaking of variants, we saw apparently I didn't catch this, but someone else did that when Lady Loki as a kid was being brought through the TVA, that someone who they're manhandling, like in the room or whatever, was one of the dudes that we saw with the big nose and the really thick mustache. Um, so it's like it's him with longer hair, basically. So they're bringing him in, and then they, I guess, at that point, change him into a worker. Uh, how whatever the process might be.
Oh, who is that then? Which guy?
It's the dude. Remember the dude I was making fun of? Like it's when all the timelines go crazy, so all the branches form. It's the
Mm-hmm.
dude with the giant mustache, where he's just like,
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm gonna have to go
yeah.
back now and watch that.
I didn't catch it. Someone else pointed it out, and it is the same actor. He's just got like really long hair for when he's being
Oh,
manhandled, and then
wow.
obviously like super short hair and a
Damn.
little bit thicker of a mustache, a mustache.
Damn, and then
Uh,
bringing him in to
yeah,
make him
and
an
they
accountant or something.
or whatever,
Oh
like the
God.
just to watch the monitors for all
Okay.
eternity.
Wait, I need you to be a janitor? What?
Yeah, can you
Oh
imagine?
my God. Yeah.
This is your life now because you made the wrong move wherever. Now you have to sit behind this desk
Man, it's almost like
forever and ever.
it's almost like trying to say something. Like prison is slavery.
Facts.
And
Facts.
it's getting too real. It's getting way too real
All
on
right,
this
all right.
show.
We're getting we're going too down the rabbit hole here.
Prison's bad.
Prison's bad, okay. Our amendments in the Constitution still legalizes slavery in prison.
So it actually shows that Sylvie was just a child when they took her,
Yes.
and she managed to escape, take the device,
Yes.
which is insane that the device is from that time and like never ever breaks until Loki gets a hold of it.
And also that she was able to work it as a child that quickly, like it was that intuitive. But also she made a statement saying that like no matter where she went, no matter what she did, if she interacted with anyone, they found her immediately, which means that there's something about her that's like special enough that they can track her pretty much like that. They can even track her just holding hands with Loki in an apocalypse, which they proved that Loki could like set a bunch of goats free and yell at a whole bunch of random people and nothing happened.
Why is that?
So why is she able to get tracked so quickly or so easily? What about her stands out so much that causes Nexus events? And even Mobius made the comment that like that their connection was strong enough to take down the whole TVA. So I think that's a little bit interesting and maybe something that will come to fruition at some point during this the last two episodes that we have.
Oof, it's got me thinking, and
Right?
I've done a lot of thinking preparing for this episode, and
Right?
I've like, oh man, so like, so where are we at then? And we're in the middle of the episode then, right? Because was B-15 is the hunter who was enlightened,
yes.
And what was the other one? C-20.
Ooh, Matt says she's a daughter of Kang. Well, no, that doesn't make any sense. She's got to be the daughter of Odin. That can't be right.
What do you mean, Loki?
Yeah, Lady Loki.
Lady
can't
Loki.
be the daughter of Kang.
Maybe she's just a daughter of Hela or something. Maybe it's like a different storyline. Or like Odin died, Hela got a husband, had a daughter. And then it would be like even weirder.
But it wouldn't be blood. She would still be a frost giant, though, I thought.
Yeah, she would still be part frost giant, yeah.
Oh, so Hela's out there messing around with the frost giants?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
Something different happened. I mean, it doesn't
well,
really
obviously
matter.
something different happened.
Or maybe she is that's the difference. Maybe she's actually an Odin daughter, and it just says that she's a daughter or something stupid.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe she's not at all. Maybe that's going to be like Arrested Development, where you think maybe he's the cousin the whole time until the very end.
Oh, I was like, where are you going with Arrested Development?
You don't remember that? His cousin.
I do
maybe?
remember. Yeah.
They did that gag the entire fucking 9 seasons.
So. Yeah. They're ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
My buddy was very upset about Loki on Loki Action.
Loki on Loki Action? Why?
He said that it's incest.
Okay, I don't think I wouldn't classify it as incest. First of all, second of all,
Owen Wilson covered it.
If you know anything about any god mythology at all, this is like the most mild mannered thing that you could possibly have.
This is the easiest way they could actually show you how fucked up Loki actually is.
Yeah, I mean, not just Loki, but I mean, if we're going Norse mythology or if we're going Greek mythology, because Greek mythology was way more twisted, and if they're going to start bringing in like Zeus and Hercules and stuff like that, we're about to go down a whole different path that you don't want to know about. Like even in kids' books, I remember growing up reading stuff like I was like, "What? Like they fucked what?
He turned a baby into a rock and then ate it.
And then like fucked a horse and like had a horse baby or something. Like there's some weird shit when you want to talk. So him messing with, I say nay to that. So Loki messing with an alternate reality version of himself is like
it's pretty chill.
It's almost like a regular Wednesday.
It's like the not so bad episode of like Jerry Springer.
Is sleeping with yourself really? Yeah, it's like, is masturbating incest then? We want to go down the rabbit hole.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it was like a maternal twin. I guess yes, it would be, but it's not if you were just an extra dimensional being.
Yeah, that they never met. No, they wasn't even supposed to exist. Didn't grow up together. Nothing like that. What are you doing, Step Loki?
And you never find out who Loki's mother is. Yeah, I don't think it says if Loki was just created out of like how the giants make their children, but it never really comes to that, right? It just says Freya is considered his, because that's the person he loves so much. So they just leave it alone.
Yeah. Do they? Yeah, I don't know because I haven't watched the first Thor movie in a long time.
So what if this is when they get that kind of thing?
Ooh. What if they find out who his real mother is or who his real parents are? That would be interesting. Like towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that would be really cool.
Or at least hers, not his.
Where are we here? I'm just going kind of going down. So
time works differently here in the TV.
Renslayer goes to meet the timekeepers. Mm-hmm. Now, okay. Do you think she knows at this point that the timekeepers are not really the timekeepers? She's just kind of keeping up the facade of going to visit. She knows. Or does she think that she's like, or obviously like through talking through them, she's talking to whoever really controls them, and that's kind of why she's going to visit them to begin with.
Definitely in on it because someone has to be.
Well, she knows. I mean, she's a terrible liar. Like even Moby's figured it out real quick that she's a terrible liar. So, my part wondering is like, does she know that they're fake or not? I think that she knows that what's going down. Like everyone is a variant. That part is obvious. She knows. Yeah, she finds out. But I was curious because if she's just keeping up the facade, she goes to visit them. She's not happy. Blah blah blah. They put Sylvie in one cell and Loki in the other. Mm-hmm. They put him into that little time cell, which was pretty funny with Lady Sif coming back. You know what's really funny is I was just going through that Thor stuff. When I texted you that, I was like so glad I got that Thor short box, and I found a first appearance of Sif in there. I was like, oh well, hanging on to that. I'm gonna tuck that back into the box. Yeah. But yeah, I think she's confirmed to come show up again, so maybe that's why they put her in this, just to kind of remind us that she exists.
I think they just wanted to show like the people closest to him still thought that he was like always going to be alone and that he was like just all around bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now he cuts the hair and then he slaps him, knees him in the nuts, and then pushes him over. Thousands and thousands of times, apparently. We don't get to see all of the thousands of times, but he says that I've had enough. I've heard it 1,000 times.
I mean, it's possible it was just like there's other implications to it. Like maybe they had a romantic thing and he cut her hair.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's a trickster. He probably swooned her and then cut her hair.
Ah, gotcha.
While she was sleeping.
Yeah. That makes
sense.
But
they, Disney. They're probably just trying to leave that up for...
Yeah, up for, speculation.
Yeah, for fun.
But right before he's thrown in there, he does shout at Mobius, like, you're all variants. All of you are variants. It's all fake. And you can see a kind of flicker in his eyes, and he's just like, nah, throw him in the cell. But then when he starts asking Renslayer all the leading questions and stuff, and she's just not wanting to answer anything. He's asking about C20, and that's her name, right? C20, and like what happened, and what was going on, and she just didn't want to answer. Gives her Sylvie's sword for a new trophy, and then
pretty sweet sword.
Does the old swapperoo with the whatever they're called.
Makes you wonder where she got the sword.
Who got Sylvie got the sword?
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to explain that.
Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be really neat. I really want to see more of both variants. I don't want anything to happen to them. I
just want them to stay safe.
It's like they're doing a really good job of making characters like memorable in this show.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing I could say is like this is a much better series than Falcon and the Winter Soldier was already. Just one, because it combines the action of Falcon and the Winter Soldier with the mystery of WandaVision. So I'm getting like the best of what I just got to see. And I know that they figured that out with marketing and stuff.
Mm-hmm. We are getting a lot. I think we even said something about it like last time that we were talking, where it seems like there's been more episodes than there have been. Like it seems we're only on episode 4. I feel like we've been watching it for longer than a month.
Episode 4, I was like, is it about to end? Because I'm ready for it to end.
Just so much. Yeah.
So keep going, baby. Keep going.
Keep it moving, man.
Yeah, dude. When they got in there, I thought it was about to end, and then they started fighting, and I was like, overtime, baby, overtime.
Overtime.
That's what I was thinking.
Mobius grabs the little device thing and then sees the interrogation go down, where she's basically like, I remember everything. We're all variants, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then sees Renslayer's face kind of zoomed in on it. And,
yeah,
realizes that, that she's been fucking him up. So he goes and gets Loki. He's like, we got to work together. We got to trust each other, blah, blah, blah. Brings him back out of the time cell, and poof, of course, there they all are. Renslayer and a whole bunch of hunters just ready to destroy Mobius. And he does his little callback to the jet ski. It's like, I wonder if I had a jet ski.
I know everyone did. Everyone wondered if you had a jet ski. I'm so sorry, Owen. No.
He just wanted to ride his jet ski, man.
Dude, he said it too. Maybe I rode a jet ski.
Maybe I rode that jet ski. Yeah, maybe that's how
Owen
he...
Wilson.
Maybe that's how he got taken, bro. Maybe he wasn't supposed to get on that jet ski.
Literally, like, once he got pruned, I was like, okay, so pruning's not the end.
Yeah, because that was so, like, not dramatic at all.
It was sad.
No, there was no emotion to it. They were just like, boop, and then they moved on. Loki was like, what?
It was on Renslayer's face. All the emotion was there because she was like, I have to kill you too.
Why? I didn't catch that. So she was more sad.
It looked like she was like really, really butthurt.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, she's definitely not enjoying doing what she's having to do. Because when Loki, has her ready to kill her, she's like, "Do it, please."
So then, okay, so now we're jumping a little to another one of my questions. So, do you think Renslayer is actually wants to be good then?
I think Renslayer. There's something that
are we about to get some weird twist where Renslayer is actually good and we're not going to get Kang and it's going to be something else, because that would piss me off.
Well, there's still Miss Minutes. They're going to be like, it's Miss Minutes,
right? Yeah,
but then
it all ends up being Miss Minutes. I would be furious.
Yeah, but I think the reason we think it's Kang is because the fans, and it's not the show saying Kang or doing the Kang shit. It's just the fans.
It's just me.
It's just you.
It's just me.
So you got to remember, you got to be careful not to get your expectations so high.
I know. This is gonna be Mephisto, unlike the all along. It's gonna be the exact same thing.
Boner joke point.
Yeah, we're gonna get a boner joke, and then it's not gonna be Kang at all.
Well, I mean, look, it is what it is. We got Kang coming up in 2 years. Definite movie appearance, 100%. They've already confirmed it. Everything's already kind of in place for that. If we do get any kind of Kang anything, it's just what we've been getting, that the whole time aspect and ruling time is possible, and they've already set that as a playing field. And we got to be happy about that, because you don't want Ant-Man to be 30 minutes of explaining how someone can rule a whole timeline or any of that shit. Right now, they're just giving us everything we want. In this next episode, we've already seen other crazy shit, so we're probably going to get a lot of different variants in one big area. So
yes, I think in this next episode we're gonna see the variants and kind of what's going down with Loki, because in the after credit scene we find out that pruning does send him to somewhere else, either an alternate dimension. I know you just sent me something that said Battle World is a possibility. You were talking about how you think it's Negative Zone. Someone was telling me the Nightmare Department.
Nightmare Realm.
So the Nightmare Realm, yeah. So there's a lot of things that could possibly play through.
They're like sending it to Dormammu, and he's like, "Stop,
just stop it." Yeah. But all the now I'm saying Kangs, all the Lokis that were there were pretty. I mean, it was pretty amusing. We had old school first appearance Loki. We had Crocodile Loki. We had Kid Loki. And then we had the Black Loki, who was holding a different version, I guess, of Mjolnir, which is pretty cool. I don't know anything about. I don't know who he was supposed to be, and I don't know who
Loki.
The Crocodile Loki was.
Supposed to be. Homemade Hammer Loki is Boastful Loki.
Boastful Loki. Okay.
And then we have Florida Loki, and then we have
the Florida Keys.
Yeah, we have Edgy. Then we have Loki. Edgy Loki, and then we have Old Man Comic Book Loki.
Yeah, Kid Loki.
Which I think Comic Book Loki's going to be the most evil out of all of them, I bet. He's going to say some crazy shit. He's going to be like, what, you've never ripped someone's head off and bathed in their blood?
The alligator is Kid Loki's pet? Or he's like Spider-Ham?
No, he's 100% the guy who fights Throg.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. Forget Throg, I swear to God.
Loki Gator.
Yeah, Loki Gator, man. It's like Spider-Ham, where we had the pig Spider-Man.
I want to see that trial. Where they bring the gator in. And they're like, you are being held.
Prune him.
Prune him. And he's just looking cute. He's just mouth tape shut.
It's called Thori.
Yeah, so now that we know that everyone's getting sent there when they get pruned, what do you think is happening?
Is everyone getting sent there, or do they all just kind of get sent to their own?
Well, you remember in the trailer where they showed that Loki that has his own army, and then he gets betrayed?
No,
you don't remember that? It's just what do you expect? And then all the people turn on him.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now with you.
Maybe that's the variant Loki trying to build an army and trying to do whatever he's doing, and then Owen Wilson is
army of Lokis.
Owen Wilson's trying to find a way out somehow.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Are they all sent to the same place, or are they all? I think
they are, but it's just really fucking messed up out there.
Sent to the same realm. But not exactly the same place, obviously, because he would have just ran right into Mobius.
Yeah, they probably would just get dropped wherever,
Yeah.
They probably have different areas where they keep Lokis. They make them live in the Battle of New York forever, probably.
The Loki country. Well, apparently he won this time because everything was destroyed in New York, so.
Maybe that's just where the pruned universes go as well.
That's pretty dope. He's not supposed to win, so the variation that he won all got pruned.
Oh man.
Ooh, that's crazy.
It's just silly just thinking we're probably going to see different Hulks and shit as well.
We could, I mean, they literally could do anything at this point.
Now we're good.
You could see anything.
Anything. And it's just...
Yeah, no, that's probably the wildest part about that episode is that like
That
just
ending.
the setup was just like, oh my
And
gosh.
hey guys, if you haven't seen the end credit scene, go back now and watch it because there is an end credit scene, and most people, don't know.
Am I in hell? And he's like, what did he say? Am I dead? Is this it? And he's like, you're not dead yet.
But you will be if you don't follow us.
But you will be if you don't follow. Yeah, you will be if you don't follow us. So dead from what though? You will be.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe Thor's the Thor. Remember the Thor corpse?
The Thor Corps.
Remember them? They were in Battle World. They
you
were Doctor Doom.
The Titans, bro?
What if we find out it's all God Emperor Doom and it's the end of Battle World, and then we have to watch Battle World to get the whole reason where the rest of this is going? And then Loki season 2 happens.
I don't think.
Yeah, my God!
I don't think we're getting Doom out of this. If we're not getting Kang out of this fucking show, we're not getting. Doom
I made sure to let people know that we were gonna speculate.
Oh, right.
It's gonna happen.
We're getting Doom.
This is like the timeline. This is the timeline of the video, and here's where Justin goes.
Yeah, exactly.
James goes. Justin goes up.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I mean, with that team of Lokis, what do you think's gonna happen? You think they're gonna be like trying to like escape, or do you think they're trying to fight whatever controlling force there is there? Thanos is.
Yeah, obviously they're gonna try to get out of whatever realm that they're in. I mean, if they're do you think they're still, because you think that this is all happening in the quantum realm, that the TVA is located inside the quantum realm, right?
We could very well be just seeing a.
Is that kind of where we're at here?
Well, they could just have another version of like how the TVA set up in its own little pocket. They could have prison pocket.
Prison pocket.
Yeah, and just tell everyone they're being reset.
But they're really going to like.
It's really dark, man.
This like lawless wasteland, kind of like there's like a prison that exists that the guards won't even go in. They just kind of throw you in there, and you all have to fucking fend for yourself, type of shit.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like what it is. Like they just kind of throw you in there, and you have to fend for yourself. So maybe what's coming to kill them is kind of like what was on Sakaar, those fucking outlier hunters or whatever that try to come and take your shit or whatever.
Well, it's definitely going to be a very, very rough place to live because it's a prison. And you get sent there for just stepping off the path, as they said. Think about that. One dork got sent there right in the beginning, the first episode, the one who didn't take the ticket. He got sent there, and what do you think happened to him? He probably just became food.
It's food then. Oh, man. Oh, more food.
I wonder if they're going to talk about that. Like, Loki eats people all the time.
Well, this is probably, I think you're right. I think this is probably where we're going to get the vote Loki thing, where he's like, I've gained favor with the Grandmaster. Well, he's probably there's a version there's a version of Loki that has risen to the top, of course, because that's what Loki is all about. So I think that's kind of what we're going to see. I think in the next episode we're also going to see some backstory of Renslayer. I think we're going to get a little more information on her, kind of what her motives are, how she was taken, how she progressed through the TVA, maybe just a little bit of that. And so I think that's kind of what I think the next episode is going to be. And the final episode, obviously, is going to be them finding a way out of that realm and coming to, wreak havoc on the TVA. Maybe we'll get the Kang cameo or whatever towards the end of the finale.
How insane would that be?
Because he's probably the one controlling those little robots things, right?
Like, that's what I was thinking.
Cheese animatronic.
Wizard of Oz. That's what I said the first episode. Remember, I was like, this is all just going to be a big Wizard of Oz ending, where they're like, it's the guy behind the curtain. A lot of people are saying it's Old Man Loki.
Old Man Loki.
Mm-hmm.
Doing what?
Running the TVA.
Controlling everything? Mm-hmm. That is just another version of Loki?
Yeah, because the show's called Loki, so I mean...
That'd be kind of silly. I don't know how I feel about that.
I remember when it was like Wanda's vision, and everyone was like, that's fucking silly, and it was just Wanda the whole time.
It was Agatha, actually.
No, it was Agatha trying to steal her power.
If you recall.
Wanda started the show.
Agatha all along. It was Old Man Loki all along. All along. Wait, so what the fuck was Sylvie's crime when she was a kid? That's what we were saying earlier.
Look, when people ask you, when you when you replace the toilet paper roll, if you put it up or down, you got to remember that it always has to be up with the toilet paper coming down.
No, we were saying that obviously there's something about her, that her existence or any kind of, because they say even any kind of interaction that she had, no matter where she went, they would show up and find her immediately. So if even to the point where just her holding hands with Loki was able to branch something so steep they could find her in the apocalypse, which they proved earlier with Loki at Pompeii that they shouldn't be able to do. So something about her is just,
yeah,
I don't know, it's like a
I'm
universe
completely
magnet
lost on that.
Yeah, I don't know what it could be. I just want to touch on briefly though when they do cut off the head of the middle timekeeper animatronic thing, the other two, like
Laugh.
the creepiest part of the episode, yeah, they're just fucking laughing, like ha, 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 and they're just like doubled over laughing, which means whoever is controlling them is laughing, like haha, suck it, bitch. Pretty much is is what's happening there, and I don't think that would be Loki doing that.
Yeah, that's what's insane about it, and they make you test to see if you're robots when you come in. So, damn.
Oh yeah, I didn't even put that together.
Yeah, man.
They should have put the timekeepers through that fucking thing.
They should check. But I think Renslayer knows that they're robots.
No, well, yeah, that's what we were saying earlier, because I know she knows kind of what's going down, like as far as everyone being variants, but I didn't know whether or not she knew they were robots. Do you think they won't let androids or robots in because they could like pick up?
Exactly, that's what I was just thinking.
On the fact that there are other robots there, or it's like something is controlling them. But then the only other artificial intelligence is Miss Minutes that we know of.
I think Vision would have been able to tell if he met them.
Oh, for sure. For sure, like
such a Doctor Who-like show.
Right? It is a little Doctor Who-ish.
Except for people die.
People die in Doctor Who, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I mean, like, not main characters.
Well, who placed the robots there? Exactly, that's what we're saying.
The robots built robots. The robots are building robots.
Exactly. We don't want a Matrix.
I think there is. I mean, if it's not Kang, then there are other iterations of Kang.
Yes.
Immortus, who was actually
would be the one that makes the most sense. Would be Immortus.
In the origin of the Timekeepers, there's Immortus, and the Timekeepers, have their own crazy shit with the Time Twisters, and I think that that if there are variants that are being sent off to this regular realm instead of being reset, and there's a whole lie about that too, maybe the Timekeeper or whoever's this important really isn't as powerful as everyone says, because they're not creating the TVA. They're just putting it somewhere, wherever this is, and they've just found a way to move in between using, an advanced technology, which is very possible that with the story between Kang, he got to a point where the technology was so crazy, but the people didn't know how to use it. He was able to conquer them. And that is almost the same thing that's happening with Loki, because he's coming into a world where he doesn't understand how this technology works, and he's easily beaten by them.
Right.
Because of that. And then once he figures it out, it only takes him a few minutes to really figure it out. And the other Loki does too. So, I mean, like, it's just showing, like, anyone can be Kang the Conqueror, giving them enough time. Right. So maybe Sylvie is the reason why Kang ends up happening, and that's why she's a Nexus being in some way. Maybe Sylvie she's directly responsible for Kang's, being brought up.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Maybe she does something that makes it happen.
I think, though, because you said this earlier in our streams, that Kang started out as a variant who was kidnapped and brought there and just kind of worked his way up and then probably took over from there. I think that would make a lot of sense, because I mean that's how all of them are. They all start out as hunters or whatever and then kind of move their way up. So if they kidnapped him or whatever and tried to brainwash him, whatever happened, and then he kind of figured it out, moved the way up the ranks, and then he's like, you know what, I could probably. He has access to find himself anywhere with those little pod things. so he could go anywhere, anytime, figure out like what he needs to do to set himself up, because that's what he's all about. He's all about setting up worlds to support future or past versions of himself.
Yep, and he's all about becoming the best version of Kang. And it shows a lot when they talk about which Loki's superior and all that stuff. It all plays into like the way that Kang thinks about himself. And like, I'm not saying that we're going to get Kang in this, but they definitely set the entire like 60% of what we need to just lay a Kang story down real quick. Like for what we have, how we see like the stakes of the universe and everything that has come so far. Why wasn't Kang in the picture? It's like, oh, Kang's always been in the picture. He's actually been the one making sure this happens. Right. So now we already know the scope of everything. So we get Kang.
We could say that about literally like any new characters that they bring in. That's why like I don't like that argument at all, because they said that about Eternals when the Eternals trailer came out. I was like, who cares? Like, who cares why they didn't battle Thanos? Like, you can't have. It's like, why didn't Captain Marvel battle Thanos at first, or why didn't Fantastic Four or X-Men or blah blah blah? It's like, who cares? Like, just let the story come along. Like, who cares? Like, why didn't Kang do this? It's like, okay, well, just chill. Now, like, he had other shit that he was worrying about, I'm sure.
Right, exactly. Well, now they have the chance to, if we got an Ant-Man movie, it's going to start off with what happened after Endgame, what they've been working on, what's going on with Ghost, how she's doing, they were probably going to get an explanation right away of what she's seen down there, the Wasp, the original Wasp. And then we're also going to cut right into Jonathan Majors and where he's at in time, wherever, if he's in modern day after the Endgame thing, if he lost someone due to the snap, and if he's trying to become like how Tony Stark went back. He's like, if Tony Stark figured it out, I'm going to figure it out. So maybe it's going to show that. And now that we don't have to show that the whole TVA thing, all of that craziness and parallel dimensions and all that, we all know that exists. We don't have to show any of that. We just know that it's possible to set up your own kind of timeline and everything.
Think about that.
They're going to be able to dive right into that.
Like, without Tony, Kang could easily steal Tony's time machine.
Well, Tony makes that happen because Tony's always been the one reason why Earth's been doing this shit.
Right,
so,
because
then we can get a 30-minute intro for Kang, and then we love Kang, and then Quantum Mania is showing in between all that, why Ant-Man's doing the things he's doing, or how they're going to stop Kang. But it has to happen after the TVA ends, obviously, because this is going to be the origin of Kang and going into what the TVA is, if they do something like that. Right. Which, as it comes for like Kang running everything, maybe not Kang the Conqueror, maybe some kind of other version of him, or maybe just Loki. I just think that if it's not Lady Loki running the TVA, it's Kang, and if it's not, then they're just saving that for Quantumania. But they're still laying the entire concept of everything that Kang's about in this show. So like it or not, Kang's in it because they already have someone conquering time right now. Right. So we don't need Kang for that. We just need the face of whoever's doing it.
Right.
And we already have Kang in the future right now. We literally jump forward 2 years from now. Kang's on every fucking lunchbox for, a year instead of Thanos. Yes. But right now, we're probably going to get Lady Loki or Old Man Loki as,
The only reason why I think that he will come in is because they cast Kang so early. We got casting news of Jonathan Majors
get casting news
so early for an Ant-Man movie so far away. So that's the only reason why I think there would be some kind of cameo or after credit scene or just something. Just like a 5-second, like, it doesn't even have to be much. It can just be like, remember when Thanos turned around in the chair or whatever in Avengers?
Yeah, it
could be something as brief as that. Because otherwise, why announce that he's the villain? Why announce that Jonathan Majors is playing him? Like, all of that they could have kept secret until 6-8 months before Ant-Man, and then just been like, here you go, here's some information about what's coming up in Ant-Man. Because of all the movies they announced, all the shows, all the movies that they announced, like, Ant-Man is not the most exciting thing on the roster, let's be honest. You know what I mean? Like, Not yet. I'm just saying, like, if you look at everything new,
Exactly.
it's like, okay,
I was like,
Ant-Man. Yeah, I want to know everything about Ant-Man. It's just like, they're good movies, don't get me wrong, but like when you're putting up all this new stuff, people are probably gonna be like, oh, I'm really excited to see what's going down and like all this new stuff that's coming out, not like Ant-Man. So that's the only reason why I would think that Kang is gonna have some kind of an appearance in this show. And that's just my 2 cents there.
Well, there's definitely something. I don't think that the timeline is being controlled the way it is, so that it stays the perfect timeline, so that time can end in a beautiful, whatever the hell they want to do with it. I think that it's all a means to an end to make sure that Kang can rule for as long as he can, and that is a thing. But like I said, the 60% of Kang's story is told in this without branding it a Kang story,
right?
To make sure that you're not like, where is he then? Why isn't he here? What's going on?
Which is smart. It's almost exactly like making Sam Captain America, in which they could have just been like
right away.
Movies.
They could have just
in between movies, they could have just been like, oh, here you go, Sam's
Captain America. And everyone would be like, that's cool.
Yeah. But we got like a little behind the scenes type of thing of him being Captain America. So I get it. It's cool. I get it.
Well, one thing I think is really like, one thing that's going to happen is they cast Jonathan Majors, and he's a great drama actor, and he does a lot of action scenes and stuff like that too.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to make him a straight out villain where he's just going to be cold and commanding right away. They're going to show multiple versions of him,
right.
And there's going to be a backstory. The most
exciting part about it.
I would be surprised that if there is, and this is in the world where Kang is ahead of the TVA and everything, that all the variants that are in there are picked for a reason. The reason why I think that these variants have been picked are because they are people who are in his life that he misses and want them in there, and he trusts them. But their minds are erased for obvious reasons to make him think that they're, he's keeping them alive forever. And now,
he knows all of them?
Yeah, I think all of them are just people he knew.
I mean, because it's more than just like that one.
Well, how do you know? How do you know they know those people?
How do you know who knows who?
How do you know every? Well, in the original TVA, there's the same guy over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just like, everyone's different. But I mean, every department can be the same thing, but a different department. Like thousands and thousands of TVAs in that same capacity. Because if you think about the influx of how many times they're, it'd be like a constant revolving door of people fucking up time. It's not like it's like 6 a day, like it's like a fucking coffee shop, like no one, it can't possibly be only like a fucking a slow court day for them guys. They're sitting in there and Loki walks in like one of 6 cases that day. It's not like that. I couldn't.
Yeah, because I mean they probably have like the whole alphabet for hunters. I mean we've seen B and C, but
A and numbers.
Probably, and then numbers. So there's probably plenty of hunters for them to, and they're probably, you're right. I mean, when he comes in, there's that really long line, which I mean we thought was comedic that he had to walk through an empty line or whatever with the turnstiles and stuff. But there could possibly have been a time or a point in time or whatever that was full. Like you needed all that space because they were taking that many variants in.
Yeah, and I think that's why there isn't that many, because it has to directly mess up Kang's timeline, not
now.
Now it does. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's just like anything that messes Kang's timeline up can really just set it all off.
Right. Yeah, for sure. So, in summation, Miss Minutes is evil.
Miss Minutes is definitely
like evil. And Kang, this may or may not be a Kang story, but it at least explains the possibility of Kang.
What if it's Miss Minutes hunting everyone down in that place?
Oh, God.
A giant Miss Minutes?
Like a life-size Miss Minutes.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hey, y'all! Oh, no.
Oh, no. Yeah, why does she sound like the DNA from Jurassic Park too? I want to know about that. She sounds like they're like a perfect, perfect match.
The tutorial, My DNA is made from frogs.
Hi, y'all. Ryan says Miss Minutes ain't nothing but fine as fuck.
I ain't got time for that.
she's got 4 hands, if you know what I'm talking about. She's got her regular hands and then the 2 hands on her face. So I'm sure she's freaky with it.
Getting freaky with it, not on my watch.
Oh my god. The amount of puns that we can do. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I think with the next episode, we're gonna get a battle world. Come on, man.
Dude, come on. That
was pretty good.
Yeah, pretty. Wind her up.
I could smell your ears burning trying to get that one out fast.
Yeah, I was really.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get like a hierarchy established in the next episode, in like a 10-15 minute like kind of setup, and they're gonna be bickering. I'm gonna love to see all the Lokis talking shit to each other. That's gonna be the best thing. It's gonna be like a Clerks episode.
Oh yeah, well, of course Loki's gonna want to be like, I am the superior Loki.
I'm in charge.
They're all gonna want to be the superior Loki, so they're just gonna have.
There's gonna be a fight. There's gonna be a fight. There's gonna be a Loki fight. Gator Loki's gonna win.
Yeah, dude, Gator Loki's gonna snap and then start rolling around.
Gator Loki's wearing a cute little Loki helmet.
Yeah, man. How's it stay on? That's like Abadisi's head.
Magic.
Oh, magic.
He's a gator, dude. I mean, it has to be magic, right?
Y'all missed that like 30-year-old reference though, by the way. Abadisi's hat. Hell yeah. I just threw it way back to Oz from HBO. Yeah, damn. I'm really starting to feel old now.
Start doing the weekend show with about Oz.
Oh God.
We have 2 episodes left. What do you think we're going to be seeing in the next one, besides the Loki team up? Besides
the Loki team up, besides a little bit of maybe some backstory on Renslayer, kind of like I was saying, where she came from, what's going down, everything like that. Maybe where Mobius ended up, since Mobius obviously has also been pruned. Probably in the same dimension or whatever's going down. And then someone went through all the clips from trailers or stills from trailers that haven't been shown yet. But I mean, I couldn't even begin to guess what we're seeing. Throg. Yes, Throg is coming in the next episode. Confirmed.
That's what they're running from.
Get your Throg. Oh my God. Throg.
Gator Loki's like, get the fuck out of here. Throg's coming.
But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, like, I couldn't really piece together just from like blurry trailer stills. We still have the Egypt, whatever the heck. I thought that was happening this episode.
The leaked footage, that was
the leaked footage of
dystopian area,
which when they looked like there was a Sphinx or of some sort that was just kind of chilling. So
people think it's the ship of Kang, but I don't think they're gonna do that. If anything, it's just an Easter egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a
throw off. And so it is. I mean, to like jump straight into Ramuta or something like that would be a little.
It'd be insane.
That'd be brave.
Like, Ramutut's doing it. What?
It'd be like, what? Ramuta? The fuck? Yeah. It'd be cool, but I don't think they would have the time to.
If they're gonna introduce Kang the Conqueror, he has to exist in this world that everyone's getting pruned to, and that's like his kingdom. He's just fucking shooting Lokis all day. That's like his favorite thing to do all day is kill Loki.
Why would he be there though?
I mean, if they're doing that, I'm just saying, like, because there's going to be Jonathan Majors as Nathaniel Richards, right? Mm-hmm. If they do Nathaniel Richards, because then that means he is the father to Reed Richards. Mm-hmm. Which
no, not father. It's just they say distant ancestor.
His father. In the actual canon, Nathaniel Richards is his dad.
Okay.
His dad in the future. Dude, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the whole reason. I thought it was a descendant.
Dude, the whole reason why he has the technology is because he steals it from Doctor Doom.
I know, yeah.
So think about that. It's like his dad steals it from Doctor Doom and then goes back in time to rule in Egypt. Yeah, and make Apocalypse his son.
No, that's just silliness.
That's what happens.
Just too much. Right.
He does.
But I'm saying, like, here in the MCU, they don't have to do that. And they don't have to do that because Tony's already made a time machine. So
right at the end of episode 5, they just look at the camera and they say Ramutat X-Men, and then it just ends.
Everyone freaks out.
Everyone is fucking
crazy. Stuff's setting on fire.
And then Disney deletes it 2 weeks later off of that fucking episode, and everyone thinks they're crazy.
I swear it happened. I swear. But
they changed the Scarlet Witch footage. You seen that?
What did they change on the Scarlet
They
Witch?
changed the very end, that very last scene that's shot by Sam Raimi. That's like a little shaky and everything, goes into the cabin and you see her doing that thing. They touched it up, added more trees, took out the animals from the scenes, and then they made it not shaky anymore, like Sam Raimi.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't notice. I haven't
Yeah,
gone back
and everyone's like, "There's Doctor Strange in it," and because you see a little blip in the background.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
dude. Some crazy people watching this shit, dude. They're like,
"Yeah, man." Like, what?
This looks different.
I thought they were both named Nathaniel. I don't think Kang is actually the dad. Yeah, I didn't think that Kang was the dad either. I want them to just casually name drop Bishop for absolutely no reason, and then never use Bishop in the MCU, so that book just spikes to shit.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, what about the church bishop?" And everyone's just like,
"Oh, they added a shadow." I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a trick they use to edit, and they keep it in the frame.
I gotcha.
So I mean, with Nathaniel Richards, it is what it is. I don't think they're going to be connecting everybody, but it's very possible that Harvey Richards might be African American and from the '60s, and that would be pretty cool. That'd be a really interesting time to have the Fantastic Family come from.
Right. Yeah, it would. It'd be certainly like
fantastic.
Just a different. It would be a completely different viewpoint and everything, and it would play a lot more into Fantastic Four and X-Men relationship as well.
It's like Hank Pym turns a machine on and they fly out of it, and they're like, "What the fuck, Hank? You're supposed to turn that shit on after 11 in 1967." And he was like, "Oh shit,
ridiculous."
I'm just
the only thing I was trying to say is that Kang in the comics obviously takes a lot of shit from Doctor Doom, his technology, his time machine, everything like that.
Yeah,
but now he doesn't technically have to do that. He can just take that shit from Tony, all the technology, time machine, everything like that. Right. Yep. And so, I don't know, man. Maybe we're not getting Doom for a little while. I'd say we're not getting Doctor Doom for at least.
Dog, what if you found out it was an AI by Tony Stark or a fucking Ultron that did the TVA?
Dude, if it's Ultron, I swear to God.
It could be an AI version of Tony Stark, because in the comics, there is dickhead versions.
Destroy, everyone and everything, though. So it wouldn't be Ultron. He would just want to fucking murder everybody. So it's definitely not Ultron.
Ultron's just, so confused. He spent 5 seconds on the internet and decided the Earth needed to be destroyed.
Yeah. He was like, I made it to the end of time.
No way, dude.
I made myself into 3. And now I laugh when you cut my head off.
He's like, when he was... Think about how fast he went through the internet and how many ads he got. He was like, I'm done with this planet.
Dude,
I'm done.
He watched all of the porn ever made.
Oh my God, he did.
And
he did. And it all ended the same way. He's like, the ending's so predictable.
He's like, fuck the Avengers, they gotta go.
Yeah,
I think that would have mellowed him out a little bit. But
they're not avenging anything.
He was angry. He was angry about that.
Oh man,
he saw all that dark web shit too. He saw it all.
We've derailed.
Yeah, you're right. We have. What's coming up this weekend, Justin?
All right, so this weekend we're going out to Houghton Lake in Michigan. We're the Detroit area is maybe 2 hours away from where everyone goes camping and everything. So we're going to be going up north to a Comic-Con in Houghton Lake. It's going to be my first Comic-Con, and James's first time setting up with me too. So it's going to be the first time we do a little group thing. I'm taking a bunch of 50-cent stock for everyone to dig through, and free books for kids and stuff like that. So if you are in Michigan and you can come hang out with us at Houghton Lake, come on by. We're going to be just chilling and selling some books and buying some books.
Hell yeah.
And we're doing the sale too on Saturday night. We're doing 1 hour whatnot, and then we're doing a 1 hour Instagram live. And we're also doing the claim sale for 3 days after the sale. So I'm going to be posting books all the way up until I think Tuesday.
Okay. There you go. And I have to wake up mad early tomorrow to get on a plane to come out and see you.
Yeah, it's going to be dark.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? 5 a.m. I haven't done this shit in a year.
Yeah. It's gonna be nice, just to remember that you can do that, or just stay up and then sleep on the plane. And when you get here, take a nap.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna be sleeping on the plane. No worries.
Because after I pick you up in the morning, I'm gonna want a nap.
Yeah. No, we'll take a nap for sure, and then
we'll take a nap together.
Take a nap together with the dogs, and then go hit the comic shops and stuff like that.
We'll wait outside the comic shops for them to open. The best books.
Taking a nap in the car together. So yeah, I'm very excited. We're going. We're doing our little show. First time Justin's setting up. First time I'm assisting with the setup at a show. So hopefully we find some good books, and it's going to be a good time. Either way, I'm bringing some good books. And
doing slabs and stuff too. There's going to be Tyler's joining us. TM Comics on Instagram.
Oh yeah, Tyler's joining us.
He's going to be driving. Woo-hoo. He's going to be here tomorrow, driving up and staying here with us like he did last time. Okay. We are not going to be drinking like we did last time he came over because we cleared an entire bottle of Buffalo.
Bro, he got
dude, I swear to God, that Georgia Buffalo hits different because I drank 3 shots of the Buffalo here, and I was like, "This is different. This shit is way stronger."
Georgia Buffalo.
I don't know what the fucking that bunk ass shit you got out there.
I don't know, man. But
it probably was.
We put a whole bottle away.
Yeah, I didn't never done that with Buffalo before.
So I was just like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, waking up and we're just drinking, brushing our teeth with Buffalo and shit. It was like, "What the hell?"
Oh,
shit's like $60 a bottle. What the hell are we doing?
Yeah, so add us on Whatnot and make sure to stop by the Instagram auctions because we are doing those on these occasions. That's why we cut back for the summer because we do so much traveling and everything, and I do bi-weekly shipping now so that you can build huge orders and make the best of it.
Get a nice big box.
Get a nice big mail call.
Nice big box.
Yep.
Stuff. So that's what we're doing. Hope you guys join us on Instagram and whatnot. Like Justin was saying, all of our shenanigans going down this weekend, and then that's gonna be. I don't think I'm traveling again after that until Savannah. So it's gonna be a little while.
Yeah. You're gonna be pretty local.
Yeah, pretty much just kind of staying and doing claim sales myself on my page. So that should be fun. But guys,
this is like a power month, so we're good.
Power bottom.
It was a power month.
Thank you guys so much for chilling with us and speculating and talking Kang and bullshitting. As always, stay villainous. Like, subscribe, all that shit, please. And we will catch you next week for episode 5 on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Peace.